I'm losing light crazy fast here, and that is just how it goes. These Colorado winter windows. So, speaking of windows, mine has some butterflies on it. I'm particularly nervous as the purple sunset, purpley pink sunset finds us, and I try to find the right lighting to show some of it. Got a butterfly on my face. So, particularly nervous because I'm singing. This one I'm bringing you today is a song I wrote many years ago. More years have passed than I think I would like to accept or admit. But it's a hit of mine. It's one I'm quite proud of. And it's from another time and another love and another piece of me. But I do think it's a lovely story, though it caused me a lot of pain. The refrain and the chorus that came from it are quite lovely. So this was a former character in my life, a love interest, who I wrote a lot of poetry and music for. And I think maybe I've shared some of this story before, that for a birthday of his, I rented a theater, and his best friend blindfolded him, and I had backup dancers and costume changes, and I rented a baby grand piano, and I had a friend write accompaniment to this song, and she's like a professional musician and I am not. So she was like, I'm not gonna lie, when you told me you wrote this song just from your head, from a tune in your head, and wanted me to compose music for it, I was a little scared, like, is this gonna be bad and I'm gonna have to pretend to like it? But then she really loved it, and I so regret, I mean deeply regret, not filming it, because now she lives in Denver and life is busy and life is what it is. And so I just never got the chance to get that accompaniment, or that, the only song that I've ever written that someone actually made music for. And I got to have that real experience of singing something that I made with a piano being played, and it was quite magical. And so there was like poetry and costume changes and backup dancers, and his best friend blinded him and brought him into the theater, and surprise, and here's this whole show just for you, and you're the only audience member. Then I listened to a thing on PBS, or what was it on? Gosh, BBC Radio, one of those reputable news sources I like, and it was a report on grand gestures and how people really don't like grand gestures or take too kindly to them, and the psychology of it is like, inevitably the person's gonna feel like, oh, well, I'm probably not going to put energy into something like that, and so now I feel bad because probably I'm not going to do something on that level. And whether they know that that's their thinking or not, that's usually just the reaction to a grand gesture, is that people are like, I'm not sure that I can match that. And so then they're sort of unknown or not conscious. They're not conscious of it, but their choice is to then push away that grand gesture. So it's odd. It's an interesting, but it makes sense to me now that I'm a little bit older, how those grand gestures can be, oh wow, hui gee, I don't know if I can do something like that. So I'm just gonna try to capture the light here and do this song. I was thinking about doing it in the bathroom, because don't we all sound better singing in the bathroom? Isn't that just like a human certainty that everybody has a better singing voice in the acoustics of the bathroom? But I'm gonna give it a whirl here, hope that it sounds okay. So I never gave it a title, but we're going to call it The Land of Butterflies, because that just seems like it should be the title. So yeah, this was always a relatively unreciprocated thing. The feelings did not come back at the same level, really, ever. And I did many such grand gestures. But it's okay. It's part of my story. It's part of who I am today. And I still have the song, and I still quite like it. So I'll get my bravery pants on and sing it for you. Okay. Land of Butterflies. Well, I tell you, hun, that you are one tall drink of water, and to put it lightly, I feel mighty thirsty. I just want to wet my whistle. With anything that you have got to offer me, 'cause it's like I've been in the desert under a hot, hot blaze. It's like I just discovered the latest craze. And darling, I think you're much more than just your physique. But I tell you true, 'cause I'm not ashamed. I'd love to play a little game of no lights, no clothes, hide and seek. 'Cause I could make a tasty feast of your freckles, and I could trace a masterpiece of skin speckles. And when I look into your eyes, it's always a surprise, like it's my birthday every time that we meet. So sweet. And I would like to take you to a land of butterflies, and I would like to make you so very high, just with the taste of my, just with the taste of my good, good loving. And maybe one day you will feel it too, like feathers of pure blue floating down right next to you, which is where I wanna be. But till then you'll find me singing, hey diddle diddle dum, hey diddle I, the cat and the moon and the fiddle and I, we's gonna fly to the land of Nob or any place slobs like us go, to tell a joke and have a laugh on the behalf of our sanity, to share some smoke and make pretend that it's all coming up daisies. For days and days and days it's nothing but daisies. So pluck me one just for fun and peel the petals off. And even if I jump the gun, well, I swear to shoot it soft. Well, honey, 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 get the last bit from off of my tongue. And it may sound funny, 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 but I hope you may just love me by the time this song's been sung. So there it is. Deed done. The song's been sung. And he did not, as it were, as it turned out. He did not love me by the time the song had been sung, or even for the next 3 years. I kept trying and trying and trying. Yeah, there's a lot of grand gestures in that one, a lot of poetry. There was about a about a 25-page poem I considered reading, but it just felt like revisiting to an extreme. You know what I mean? It was, I don't know, that revisitation, that high concentration of revisitation, right? Does that make sense? If you've been enmeshed in an unrequited love, then you know what I mean. But yeah, now he's married, he has a baby. It's crazy. Those things happen. The chapters, they just keep a coming. But I love the song, and I hope I can get together with this woman again who wrote the music for it, because gosh, it was lovely. Like, because the song sort of shifts pretty extremely, you know, from the hot ta 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 hot si jazzy jazzy bow, and then and I would like to take you to a land of butterflies. And the way she made that transition on the piano was just like, oh my. That's why you need people in your life who understand music. Because it was, gosh, lovely. And she just rummed right into it. And I can't believe I never recorded it. I mean, shoot. Dang is all I can say about that. Kind of sucks. But hey, I guess the luck is that my brain still remembers the tune of it after all these years. So there's a lovely little part of my heart gears and my brain gears, the way they do grind in my mind and soul and make whole these thoughts. I don't even know. It's just a part of whatever version of Stardust I got. So the light is dipping in such a lovely way. Maybe you can sort of glimpse it. Is that even the right direction? Yeah, I guess you can't really see it. But the light is dipping in such a lovely way, going on its way to the nighttime. So, thank you, listeners of mine. You cannot know what it means to me that you've stuck with me this whole time. You cannot know. You cannot know what it means to me. It makes me grow like these plants here. So thank you for being part of my songs and dreams and stories. And we've got a few more, and I won't stop. I'm not going to stop. But I'm not going to deliver it each and every single bloomin' day. So, thank you for hearing my poetry and all the parts of me. And tell you what, I'll show you some more tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Onward. We're working our way towards that 2022, which doesn't even seem like a real thing, does it to you? Sounds like a science fiction novel, but that's where we're headed. All right. Here comes the night. See ya.